And certainly beginning to find his feet at long last at Liverpool. Let's see how his manager Arne Slot reflects on today's win.
Arne, another victory and into the top four. How do you feel after all of that?
Happy, because in football it's about results, and so many times this season our performances have been good without a result. Today, large part of the game I liked, but there were definitely also parts of the game I didn't like. And but the end product of it all, a win, is definitely what I like.
Football can so often be an interesting game like that, can't it? Because when you score 2 in 90 seconds or so, it then looks like maybe the third comes and the fourth comes, but obviously it's not always that easy.
No, that's true, but there are also positive things to take. So if you look at the amount of players we miss, I had to bring 2 players in that only trained 1 day. Cody Gakpo out for 3 weeks, trained 1 day, had to bring him in. Conor Bradley out for a week, trained once, had to bring him in. Had to bring 18-year-old in, Trenioni. So that tells you how many players we miss. And then still to win your games with, again, conceding a set piece. That is the positives, because the last 2 games we've conceded a set piece. And throughout the whole season that has led to us losing that game. But in the last 2 games we were able to win those both games, and that is the positives that we take from the last 2 games.
Another positive today, of course, the first Liverpool goal for Florian Wirtz. He seemed to be obviously very happy to score it, but there seemed to be great celebrations from the team now that he's got that first goal.
Yeah, I think the team has seen how much he did already for us, creating chances, being so close to a goal, and everybody that's into football knows if you don't score what then is being said about you, and I think all the players know this as well. So for him to score his first goal is nice, but it's only a start. I think with his qualities, and he knows best, he will gonna score much more goals than only 1 for us. And but again, the focus is always on the result. The focus is always on who scores and who has the assist. But I think Florian did more than only scoring a goal today. He was involved in many of our moments where we created chances.
And Clinton, we'll talk about Florian Wirtz in just a moment, but let's just talk about the game overall, because it'll say 4 wins in a row in all competitions. Liverpool, for the timing at least, up into the Champions League spots, up into 4th place ahead of Chelsea's game that's just got underway at home to Aston Villa. But they remain, despite finding some form, unconvincing, don't they? They made heavy weather of the game that, in truth, they shouldn't have.
Yeah, they did, but it don't matter. At the end of the day, it's about the 3 points. But you're right, Si, it was really difficult for them. But as I say, that Wolves can make it difficult. Made it difficult for Arsenal a few weeks ago. So they are a team that were defending their numbers. And credit to Wolves in the second half, they had a goal. But in the first half, I thought Liverpool were dominant. Ekitike, Wirtz was outstanding, causing all kinds of problems. He now looks like he's
found his feet, hasn't he?
Found his feet. But I thought he would play in that number 10, finding his feet. He's actually playing to the left-hand side, finding his feet into little pockets, not naturally on the wide, but in pockets. And yeah, they look a real threat at the moment, but they still got that nervousness about them, Liverpool, at the moment. But I don't think Arne Slot will mind that, because at the moment they're winning football matches, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, there's absolutely still that vulnerability to Liverpool that's been their Achilles heel through so much of the season. Just continuing on Florian Wirtz for now, talk about him finding his feet. Merce sort of getting to his feet. I assume Chelsea have just gone close. Is that right?
I'll tell you. Ball played into Cole Palmer. He turns, he volleys it just inside the box. It goes just wide, and Merce was up celebrating.
He was.
Let's move on, Sam.
He was. Let's continue our chat. Continue our chat about Liverpool and Florian Wirtz. I mean, with the games they got coming up and the players they've got missing, I don't think Arne Slot will garner too much sympathy talking about the players he's got missing with the players they brought in during the summer. But the games they've got to come, they've got Leeds at home, then Fulham away, and then that big game against Arsenal away as well. Ekitike overall, with the absence of Isak now, a lot falling on his shoulders. How was he overall today?
He was brilliant. You need to see the assist for his goal. It's fantastic. The way he just flicks it around the defender, spins the other side, beats another defender, and then rolls it to Wirtz where he could have the shot. It was a fantastic piece of skill. And he always looks lively. He doesn't play as a natural number number 9. He wants to get involved. He's not a striker. He doesn't want to have few touches. He wants to have a lot of touches, but he's a clever footballer. But if he drops in, that's where they got other runners in behind. That's why they did miss Dominic Szoboszlai, who's been their best player this season. I do think they'll miss him. He'll be back for the next game anyway. But yeah, I thought he's been outstanding, and they're going to need him with no Salah, no Isak, and the attacking players. And I thought Chiesa done well on that right-hand side as well.
Has he got a rare start today?
Yeah, he did.
Overall, I mean, we've seen how positive he's been off the bench so far this season. As a starter, also positive today overall?
Yeah, I thought he did well. I thought he combined on the right-hand side ever so well with Frimpong, who had a good game as well. But he got 60 minutes. He's never going to be a starter. But with the injuries they've got at the moment, with Gakpo just coming back from injury that was on the bench, I thought he did really well. It was the right game to put him in against a weak Wolves side, who I must say did well in the second half.
Yeah, and they did show some fight. But the simple truth is it's now 18 games that had to win in the Premier League this season. The last time that happened in the top flight, you'd have to go back to 1902-03 and a certain Bolton Wanderers. It's 11 league defeats in a row. I mean, at the moment, it's not a question of whether or not they go down. They will be heading to the Championship.
100%.
It's whether they could even threaten Derby County's record low of 11 points because they're 9 points still away from that.
Well, the way he's looking at the moment, you're thinking where they're going to get their next point from. And you know what annoys me, and it must annoy Wolves fans, is today against Liverpool, second half, they show up. Against Arsenal, they show up. When it's teams in and amongst them, that is where they're losing football matches. And that's the frustration, I think, for Wolves fans this season. It's been so frustrating. I do feel sorry for the Wolves fans as well. They still go in their numbers and support their team. They know they'll be in the Championship. But that's the one thing they should be aiming for now, is to beat Derby's record. You don't want that as a football club.
And Rob Edwards' record so far, played 7, lost 7. Do you think he regrets the move?
No, because his bank balance is looking really healthy. And that's the honest truth about it. He's obviously left there. And I know it's a Premier League team. He knew when he took that job that he would be going into Wolves and they would be playing Championship football. I know Middlesbrough are still doing well at the moment, but I don't think you can regret any job because
even if you end up finishing a season with a load of unwanted records, right?
But he knew that. He knew he was going into a club like that.
He can't have gone there thinking we'll finish the season.
No, he definitely thought he could get a bounce from them, for sure. But at the end of the day, he knew what he was going into. He must have had some reassurances from hierarchy that even if they struggle massively how they're doing at the moment, he'll still be in charge next season for the Championship. But hopefully they can back him in January. But are you going to spend a lot of money when you know you're going to get relegated? It's really difficult for Rob Edwards. But listen, I think they'll give him time. And I think I don't know, but in my honest opinion, he should be there come the start of next season. But it was
Florian, congratulations. Another win for Liverpool. And what was it like to get your first Liverpool goal?
Yeah, it was very nice. The feeling on the pitch with the fans around. I was very happy, and I'm still. So, yeah, I like it.
Did you always feel a goal was coming for you, or was a bit of anxiety starting to creep in?
No, I was confident that I will score one day, but of course I wanted to start earlier, scoring and assisting. But it was like this. I have to accept it. But yeah, I just know that it will come, and I just try to keep going like that.
It's another win for Liverpool, but should it have been easier on the day?
Yeah, for sure. I think we played a brilliant first half. I think we get all the time we lose the ball, we get it directly back, and everyone was working really hard. And then in the second half, in the end, the last 20-25 minutes, we made it ourselves a bit difficult. To be honest, I cannot explain why, but we have to talk about this training because we have to change that. Yeah.
It's 6 unbeaten now. Is top 4 the minimum requirement for Liverpool?
Yeah, I mean that's the way how we want to do it. We want to be there. We want to be on top of the table, and it's been not an easy start for us. But I think in the last games we're doing better and better, and getting the points. And we're just trying to win every game now. And today we have the next 3 points. That's good.